Hello and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs March to October, and it all comes down to this. 2 days until MLB The Show 22 comes out. 2 episodes remain of this March to October, and we find ourselves in the World Series. It really could not have worked out much better. The plan for this series, like I said, 2 episodes, that is all I'm planning. This first one, today, we're going to be playing until someone gets to 2 wins in the series, whether it be us, the Astros, 2-0, 2-1. That's what we're doing in this episode, and then the next episode will be closing it out. So far in the postseason, we have gone 7-0. We have not lost a game yet, and we've done that against literally what the game recognizes as the best competition. In the NLDS versus the Padres, in these division standings rankings here that it shows, they had the Padres as the number 1 ranked team. Now, for some reason, that changed after we beat them, and then our next opponent, the Dodgers in the NLCS, became the number 1 ranked team. So according to the game, we have played against the 2 best teams in the entire league on our way here to the World Series, and we've yet to lose a game. Now, I gotta be honest, don't take that as that we've been dominant, because we have not really been dominant. Every single game has been close. Game 1 of both series so far, we've won by 2 runs, and, we had the lead going into the final inning. Every single game other than those, so 5 of the 7 games, have been decided in the final inning. I think we've won on 2 walk-offs, both by Jock Peterson, and then 3 of the games we scored the go-ahead runs in the top half of the last inning, whether it be in extras or the 9th inning, and then closed it out in the bottom half. We haven't even been like that great of a team all around, especially at the plate, but when it matters, our guys have been pretty clutch. So far, here's a quick rundown of our stats in the postseason. Sorted by on-base percentage. You got Marisnik, but he's only had 1 at-bat. Rizzo has only had 10 at-bats, but he is back to being in the lineup every day now that he's displaying power once again. He's got 3 homers so far in the playoffs, as does Jock. Trey Turner has done a good job out of the leadoff spot. He's gotten on base a decent amount of times. He's stolen some bases. Ian Happ hasn't really gotten much done swinging the bat, but he has drawn, I think, actually the highest number of walks, on the team. Everyone else, though, their on base is under 300. So, don't get me wrong, we've gotten contributions like Trevor Story, those 2 big home runs in that game against the Padres. That's the only reason we won those. Chris Bryant hit that big home run after being 0 for 15 in the NLCS in his 16th at bat. He hits a go-ahead 2-out, 3-run homer. Wilson Contreras had that big 3 RBI bases loaded double, but that's like his only big hit. So like I said, not good all around, but it seems like a lot of these guys have had their moments. Now, what has been good all around, and it seems to always be the story, man, is our pitching carries us through the postseason, no matter which team I'm marching to October. The starting pitching has been really good. Kyle Hendricks had 1 good outing and then 1 not quite as good outing. Michael Fulmer has had 2 really good outings, and he hit a home run. Trevor Williams had a good outing. Zach Davies has had a couple good outings. But what's really shined is our bullpen. Adbert's 1 appearance actually got him a save. We've gotten 5 innings from Chafin. He started out kind of shaky, but in that last series, he really brought it back together here. He's only allowed 1 run in those 5 2/3. And then I think the only other run we've allowed out of the bullpen is Craig Kimbrell, who allowed, I think, just the 1 run in that 1 game, when we already had a 3-run lead, so it wasn't really like a big run he allowed. But that's it. 2 runs allowed out of the bullpen so far in a pretty solid chunk of innings. But now let's take a look at our World Series matchup here. The Houston Astros. First, let's look. They are 8th ranked according to this. Their contact is 3rd in the entire league. Everything else is pretty much middle of the road according to this. They were a 94-win team, and I would assume they're probably going to be the pretty standard Astros team. You got Brantley. Brantley had a 32 homer season. Wow. You got Altuve. He didn't have too much power on the year, but, solid average and on base, I guess. Maybe it's a little lower than you'd expect from Altuve. Yordan, 35 bombs, 428 on base. He's probably the biggest threat. 106 walks. Bregman, 95 overall, 1 short of 30 homers. 400 on base, basically. Then you got Correa, man, it just doesn't let up. Correa had 25 bombs, drove in 100. Didn't have the best average, but the on base still there. Kyle Tucker, he's not quite the Kyle Tucker that he became, but he still progressed a lot, it seems. And he had a 25 homer year, 23 doubles. Yuli, he seems to have regressed quite a bit. Yeah, lost 10 to his fielding. Wow. 13 to his contact versus righties. He must have had a good year against lefties to only lose 1 contact against lefties. He had 16 bombs. It seems like a lot of these Astros have gotten caught stealing more times than they've actually stolen a base. They got Corey Lee behind the plate. That might actually be good, because I feel like every time in March to October that I've faced Martin Maldonado behind the plate, for whatever reason, he just has big games. I don't get it. But we got Corey Lee, who's up to a 79 overall in his rookie season. He played 24 games. Wasn't that great, but I'd say he's definitely better than Maldonado at this point. Maldonado, he didn't have a great year. You wouldn't really expect him to. Miles Straw, he had a high average, and he actually looks like he was a starter. 503 at bats with a 316 average and a 400 on base. Who would have expected that from Miles Straw? Wow, I didn't even realize they have 4 catchers on their team too. They got Corey Lee, Maldonado, Jason Castro here, who didn't have that much of a year. They got Aledmus Diaz, who seemed to be solid off the bench, and then another catcher, Garrett Stubbs, and he pretty much hardly played. Oh man, and they got another position player here. So how many? They got 6 guys on the bench, 5 when there's a DH. This guy, here it is. Here's their call-up that hadn't played a major league game yet. So man, all those position players makes me wonder if they're not super deep in the bullpen. And honestly, their pitching doesn't look that great. Starting pitching wise, in terms of overall, we actually compare pretty well to them. And I would say, even though our starting rotation is good, overall wise, kind of on the low side. But you got Greinke, he regressed. He had a good year though, really good year. You got Framber, who did not have a good year. Lot of walks, but he still managed to go 15-8. McCullers is their highest rated starter at an 86. He had a solid year, 3.51 ERA, not a high volume of strikeouts. You got Urquidy, who did not have the best year, gave up a lot of runs. And then Jake Odorizzi, who I doubt is gonna be pitching really, unless he comes out of the bullpen. But he had an alright year by Odorizzi standards, I feel like. Their bullpen though does not really look that scary. They got a 7-man bullpen here. You got Christian Javier, who's their long reliever looking guy, but he's only a 71. They got 3 guys here who are in the 60s. I guess Joe Smith he still got that funky delivery, which would make him tough, but he regressed a lot. And then at the back end of the bullpen, you got 2 76s. Ryan Stanek didn't have a crazy year. Baez didn't have a good year at all. And then finally, their closer, they're only high rated in the bullpen, Ryan Presley, and he had actually a really good year. 46 saves, 1.73 ERA. So, man, I really don't want to get overconfident here and get out in front of myself and, take it lightly. But compared to the competition we've faced so far, this Astros team does not scare me. I guess at the plate, they kind of do. They've got a lot of big hitters, but pitching-wise, I should be able to put up some runs. But all right, I might have taken a little bit longer than I intended to preview them, but we're gonna hop into this first game here. We already have a 3-0 lead, and if we can get out of this bases loaded 1-out jam, that's gonna be big. We could just coast on that till the end, but we gotta get out of the jam first, and that's gonna be the tough part. All right, man, we got Kyle Tucker coming up to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out. Hendricks on the mound. What do we want to do here? All right, well, first of all, let's see what has happened so far. We have another homer from Rizzo. Hap Bryant, Trey Turner with doubles. Contreras and Story drove in some runs. Kyle Hendricks, up to this point, no runs allowed, only 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. But the question is, do I want to stick with him in this spot here? If I could bring in David Price, get the matchup against Tucker, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to call it with Hendricks in the bases loaded jam. We're going to get Price in here to face Tucker lefty-lefty. Ideally get him grounding into a double play, but if not, then we have that, second out recorded. And then it kind of doesn't matter how many people are on base if we can just get another out. That could be 2. We got very lucky. He made a great swing on that outside cutter, but we're going to get a double play out of it and immediately get out of that jam. And now we just have a 3-run lead to coast on. I mean, this is great. Oh, I always do that with Chris Bryant, dude, because he's so tall that strike zone goes higher than I'm really used to. Oh man, and he's pitching pretty good here to me. I did not think I'd have trouble with Greinke, but I don't know. It's not gonna. Oh, it is gonna get down because they got Jordan out there. Oh my God, he got me again. What is it with this Greinke 80-something mile-an-hour fastball freezing me up in the zone on 3-2? All right, well, I'm sticking with Price. And there we go, right away. Weak grounder to third. Oh, we gonna get there? Is that gonna stay in play? Nice. Didn't really expect him to turn on that cutter. And we get the pinch hitter grounding out to Story. Good play there. That could have gotten through. Just need a couple more innings in the books and we can take game 1. They're going to one of their 60 overalls out there. Oh man, and that one was right there for me. I feel like that's kind of been a theme. Oh, and come on, I don't deserve a base runner for that. Because what I was going to say is I feel like I keep missing hanging changeups throughout this postseason run. Like, those should be destroyed. I shouldn't be needing throwing errors to get on base. And Rizzo gets walked on 5 pitches. We'll go to Nico Horner. I don't know. I feel like our bench isn't too loaded when it comes to facing lefties. It's either Nico or Marisnik. Oh, and I turned on it. I just didn't move the PCI. Trey Turner, Altuve, buddy. You're not tall enough. I think we're going to score here and get to third. Yes, we are. That was a little risky. That was kind of a weird hit. We didn't have a ton of speed, but we were safe everywhere, so it works. Now we got a 4-0 lead with 2 runners in scoring position. Let's pour it on here. Let's end this game in the 7th. They're going to walk Story. Cool. Just another base runner. Oh, come on. That's a grand slam. Jeez, dude, you gotta put a better swing on it when you're timing it up like that. Hap, that's gonna get down. That's gonna be 2 more. That is gonna pretty much put an end to this game. 6-0 lead with our bullpen. Yeah, we're probably gonna move through the rest of this one pretty quick here. Just try and get to the next game. Alright, well, I'm gonna go to Rowan Wick here. He might be the one guy in our bullpen who I'm least familiar with using. Only got 15 2/3 innings this whole season. Hasn't pitched yet in the postseason. I'd mentioned before I wasn't super comfortable using him just because I'm not used to him. But with a 6-run lead here, might as well give him some work. And a weak grounder, 39 speed, we should be good. Yeah, take it easy there, Trevor. I was worried he was going to try and run up and barehand that and blow it. Alright, bad cutter, but we get a fly ball right to our right fielder. There's 2. Another grounder. Baez has to make a nice play. Easy out with not much speed. Good inning from Rowan Wick. Wow, alright, so I go down 1, 2, 3 on 3 grounders. Joe Smith might be a guy that I need to really focus when he's pitching, if it's like a big spot. Oof. Miss with that fastball, and we're going to blow the shutout here. You can't rob a homer in Wrigley. Well, that sucks. But you know what? That's why I'm using them now. There we go. Right back to the grounders. Baez has got that one. There's out number 1. Oh, and we got the swing on that curve. He couldn't hold it up. And a grounder out to second. That's going to be out number 3. And we remain undefeated. The Cubs are taking a 1-0 lead in the World Series. Ah, that was nice. Finally, for once in this postseason, a stress-free game. Give me another one, man. I'll take that. I'll coast to this World Series. I've already put in the hard work. Let's see what we're looking like here. Alright, we have a lead. Not going to be able to really coast on it like being up 3-0. But 1-0, they're going to have a runner on, nobody out. And before I hop in, just so that it's good for the game after, I just want to make sure that our lineups with a DH are up to par here. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do something big here. Against righties, I'm going to move Rizzo all the way up into the 3 hole. And I might just leave Bryant down here at 8. All right, let's get into this game. We should have Fulmer on the mound once again. Maybe he provided the 1 run that we have again. Maybe he hit another homer. They got the top of the order up. Their pitcher's on first. And what do we have? Now I'm curious. It was an RBI from Rizzo. Fulmer's got 3 hits allowed, 4 strikeouts. Rizzo's driven in that run. Not really much else going on in this game for us. So I think we should still be good to have Fulmer stay in this game. 54 pitches, plenty of energy. It didn't even register to me, but it's raining here. We might see a World Series rain delay. Oh man, and end of October in Chicago raining. This must have to be miserable. This has got to be awful for the fans that are there. That's gonna be 2 because Brantley's got no wheels. There we go. Immediately taking that runner off the base. And another weak grounder. Got to make that play. Trevor. Easy. Good inning from Fulmer. Bryant. Oh, dude. I keep just missing, man. Come on. Could you imagine all these games that I've won anyway wouldn't have even had to be close if I would just hit 50% of these easy pitches? There's another one. And I just miss another one. That's a tough pitch, though. I can't really be too upset. And there's another easy one that I miss. Alright, I guess Framber is a little tougher for me than I would have thought. We couldn't extend the lead here in the 6th. Just got to keep it where it's at now. Alright, Jordan got around on that, but since it was an outside pitch, couldn't hit it that much further than that was. Oh, dude. Bregman, stop it. This is going to be the 9th pitch. No, you can't have a 10-pitch at bat that ends like that. Ooh, I'm trying not to let that get to me, but oh man. He's stealing right. Okay. You know what? Fine. I feel like so many of the times in this postseason when we give up a crappy hit like that, we end up turning 2. So how upset can I really be? Alright, we draw ball 4 with Rizzo, another walk for him. It's a leadoff runner here. Hopefully we get him around to score. I don't wanna have a 1-run lead going into the last couple innings. I'd rather, have it locked up. Oh man. Same thing. Alright, I'll take it though. I'll take the walk. 2 runners on here. Framber's over 100 pitches now. Nico Horner up. This might be a good spot for a bunt, but I'm scared. And I popped it up. At least I didn't ground it. I'll take 1 out instead of 2. Alright, but I can't, man. Even with a homer in the postseason, I can't stick with Fulmer. The question is, who do we go to? Who's even good against lefties? I guess attribute-wise, Marisnick makes the most sense. Alright, so let's go Marisnick. Oh, and I got... Oh my god, how am I so consistent with having such good timing, but getting under it? When I actually put the PCI on the ball, that's when I'm too far out in front of it. But every time I want to time it up, I'm under it. I could use just a perfect moonshot right here. Turner, that's not a perfect, but that's going to get down the line. That's going to score all of them. That's going to score both, and you know what? I messed up going to 3rd, but at least that guarantees that the run got home. I doubt they would have been able to throw him out anyway, but you never know. We put up 2 more on the Turner double. Alright. I was going to say, now that we're up 3-0, I would have then left Fulmer in the game. But now that there's a rain delay, what does that even mean to keep current pitcher? I don't have a current pitcher. I was going to press that out of curiosity, but I'm just afraid it would make me pitch with Marisnick then, so I'm not going to do that. We'll go ahead and give this inning to Kimbrel. I was warming him up with a 1-run lead, but now that we have a 3-run lead, it's not, as tense of a spot, but we'll stick with him. What's this? Wait, what happened? What? I put Kimbrel in the game. It brought me immediately back to the bullpen, and now I can't back out? Alright, well, on the final day of MLB 21 before 22 comes out, we found ourselves a bug. Alright, well that sucks. I guess I'll go to Price then, since I had him warmed up. That is very weird. Oh, good play, Rizzo. Look at him over there at first. That's not cool. Not cool at all, but let's do our thing in turn 2. Right? It was a cheap hit, so it's time for a double play. Alright, we don't get our double play. Grounder to second. Let's just throw it to first. Baez has got a cannon. We got one more inning to go before we take a 2-0 lead here in the series. There we go. Needed one of those. Oh, that's what I said I needed with Turner at the plate. A perfect shot like that. Not you know, the moon shot that I was visualizing, but that felt good nonetheless. And Bryant, I don't think I got enough of that one. Oh, but it's still gonna get down? What happened there? Oh, jeez. Whoa, this guy just broke out that pitch? Did it look weird to anybody else? So you know what? We got Brantley up, Yordando up third. We'll just stick with the lefty. That should be an out. There we go. One pitch, one out here in the 9th. Alright, a pop fly from Altuve to center. 1 to go. That's strike 2 to Jordan. 1 more. And he gets jammed. Story with the play at third. And we've taken a 2-0 series lead. The streak continues. Well, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't want to act like it's a foregone conclusion. But I did say before we started that this was probably going to be our easiest matchup yet. And so far, both games have been pretty comfortable wins. But we got to go to their home turf. We're going to have to go to Houston to win these next 2 games. But guys, I'll be honest, this is looking really good. We're looking good here. What's this situation going to be like? Game 3 to go up 3-0. We're getting another lead. 4-2 loading into this one. Alright, but guys, that's where I'm calling this one. We got our 2 wins in the series, so we're halfway there. We got to pick up 2 more, and we'll have 1 more episode to do it. It'll be my last video of MLB The Show 21 also. So guys, make sure if you enjoyed this one, you leave a like for me. Also, subscribe to the channel. We got 1 more March to October, 1 more MLB 21 video to win this World Series, to wrap it up with the Cubs. And then it's on to 22, man. If you're not subscribed already and you've watched some of my videos, trust me, you'll want to subscribe by the time we get into some MLB 22 action. I've got some fun stuff planned. But guys, that does it for me in this one. Thank you all for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed, and I will see you next time.